And then, what are the different sources of Chaitanya Katha? How did Chaitanya Charitamrita come to us? After that, the Palastuti of Chaitanya Charitamrita that we have heard, and then we entered into the Chaitanya Charitamrita, right? In that, Adi Lila, Madhya Lila, and Antya Lila. Adi Lila is, in Adi Lila, we heard about the Tattva, how the Lord is relishing within himself in six capacities. Vande Gurum, Isha Bhaktam, Ishan, Ishavataram, Tatsvat, Tat Prakasham Cha, Tat Shaktim. All this we have heard. And then the initial pastimes of the Lord. How the Lord has decided to descend as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah. And so from the appearance till the pastime of Sannyasa, Sannyasa Lila, that's all Adi Lila. After that, the Madhya Lila is starting from the Sannyasa, taking Sannyasa and coming to Advaitacharya's place, and then coming to Jagannath Puri, and then meeting Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, giving him bhakti. Right? That we have heard. After that, what we have heard in the last week is he decided to do Dakshina Desha Yatra. So he took permission from all the devotees there and then started for South India Yatra, Dakshina Desha Yatra. How the Lord came to Alarnath and how he left Alarnath and started his Dakshina Desha Yatra, South India tour. Yeah. And how the yatra was so powerful that all the villages, not the devotees, all the villages are being transformed to Vaishnavas. So they were there. We heard about the Kurma Brahmana and Vasudeva Vipra, and then the meeting of Raya Ramananda. So that's what we have heard so far. What happened after the Lord met Raya Ramananda? And so where did he go after meeting Raya Ramananda? That we are going to hear, dear devotees. So today we will complete the whole Dakshina Desha Yatra with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and come back to Jagannath Puri. That's what we are going to hear today. So it will be a quick walk to different places, and we will stop by, spend some time in at least like 4 or 5 different places. So that will be our plan today. That's what we are going to hear. Okay. So we will seek the blessings of the 3 deities of Gaudiya. I was hearing His Holiness Haladhar Maharaj Katha on Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Prema Bhakti, how beautifully he was saying that Gauranga Mahaprabhu is the embodiment, is embraced, is the embodiment of these 3 deities of Gaudiya. So those 3 deities will have darshan now, will seek the blessings. Yeah. When we hear about our sampada, our wealth, the Gaudiya parampara, we will cherish and we will worship. So let's go to the darshan of these 3 deities. Yes. Shri Shri Radha Madana Mohana. Right. Jayatam Suratau Pangor Mama Mandamater Gatim Matsarvasva Padam Bhojo Radha Madana Mohano. Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki jaya. Sambandha Acharya Srila Sanatana Goswami ki jaya. Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadrumadaha Srimad Ratnagara Simhasanastav Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Preshtalibhi Sevyamano Smarami. Shri Shri Radha Govinda Dev ki jaya. Abhideya Acharya Shri Rupa Goswami ki jaya. Shriman Rasarasarambhi Vamshi Vatatatastitaham Karshan Veno Swanair Gopir Gopinata Shriyestunaha. Shri Shri Radha Gopinath ki jaya. Prayojana Acharya Srila Raghunath Das Goswami ki jaya. Just by the pranati of the deities and the acharyas, oh, we are sheltered so much. We are already so wealthy. This is our great fortune. And yes, continuing our prayer throughout the Chaitanya Pravaham, as our seva goes on outside, we pray that our bhajan also goes on inside simultaneously. So with that prayer, we'll continue with Chaitanya Pravaha. So where did the Lord go? After meeting Rai Ramananda, so that we can directly come to the PowerPoint and we can hear from Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. What is he saying before he's describing further about the yatra? Nana Matagrahagrastan Dakshinatya Janadvipan Kriparinam Vimuchaitan Gauras Chakre Savaishnavan. A very wonderful choice of words. Kaviraj Goswami saying, Nana Mata Graha Grastan, Dakshinatyan Janadvipan. These people in Dakshina Desa, they're strong like elephants. All these people in Dakshina Desa, there are different, Tattvavadis, Mayavadis, Buddhists, Karma Mimamsas, everything, many different sections. They're pretty strong in their theory, in their philosophy, and in their practice, dear devotees. Pretty strong like elephants. But, Nanamat, Graha Grastan, but they are caught up by the crocodiles of their own theory. So they are pretty strong people, but are caught up by the crocodiles of their theories. So, Kriparina Vimuchaitan Gauras Chakresa Vaishnavan. So, Gauranga Mahaprabhu released his chakra called Kripa, and then he cut the crocodiles that were the crocodiles that attacked these elephants. So, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is comparing this Lila to the Lila of Gajendra Moksha. How the strong elephant is strong, but it was caught by the crocodile. So these people, they are pretty strong in their intelligence like that, just that they are caught up with those their own false theories called crocodiles. And how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, with his chakra called mercy, he cut those crocodiles and released these elephants. So this is Kaviraj Goswami. He's giving a gist of what happened in the Dakshina Disha Yatra. Now we are going to hear the details of how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu released his chakra of mercy and cut those crocodiles, those incomplete false theories, and released these wonderful elephants. Okay. Kaviraj Goswami, dear devotees, he says, I don't even know how many places Gauranga Mahaprabhu visited in South India. It is in thousands, actually, I think. It sounds like. There's a list of places that we'll go through. We will not even have time even to list them. So that's why Kaviraj Goswami is saying that he has visited thousands of places. So I am just enumerating important ones, and I'm unable to follow the sequence also. But I'll give a gist. That's what Kaviraj Goswami says. And he says, he made his yatra and he visited every every Tirthasthali, both on the left side and right side, as he went down to Kanyakumari and then came back. So this is the trip he had, Dakshina Desh Yatra, and he was visiting all the places, left and right. And we will see, he was visiting the Skanda, Devi, Lord Shiva, and Lord Vishnu, Hanuman, and Krishna, all of them, and paying respects to every devata that is being worshipped there. Seeing all of them in relationship with Krishna and paying respects to all of them. That's one thing, dear devotees, for us to learn as Gaudiyas. We see everyone, all the personalities, different spiritual personalities or empowered personalities. So even the jivas also, empowered jiva. We see everyone in their place, in their relationship with Krishna. We look for a reason to offer respect to them. That is Gaudiya Sampradaya. So then, and next one is, so as the yatra continued like that, everybody became Vaishnava. All the worshippers of Rama, the Tattvavadis, Sri Vaishnavas, everyone, Buddhists, everybody became Krishna Bhaktas. Why like that? Is that a forced conversion? Not really. The Krishna Bhakti that the Lord has in his heart is overflowing so much that they are voluntarily getting submerged in that. So the Bhakti Rasa, Krishna Bhakti Rasa of Radhika, Srimati Radharani, who is in Gauranga Mahaprabhu, is so much overflowing that nobody could escape. That's their great fortune. Not only that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at every place, he put forward the tattva. So not only the rasa, the Bhakti Aswadana, Krishna Bhakti Aswadana was abundant from Mahaprabhu, but the tattva, the philosophy that he has placed is also on the same level. So that's why everybody, all of them got transformed to Krishna Bhaktas for Krishna Bhakti Rasa Aswadana. So that's what happened. So this, how did the Dakshina Desha Yatra continue? Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava Pahimam. Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava Rakshamam. Who will not become a devotee? Gauranga Mahaprabhu, imagine. He's just singing like that. He's relishing the Bhakti Rasa. He doesn't care who is around, what is happening around. And everybody just gets transformed. So, like this, he's continuing his Dakshina Desha Yatra. He came to Gautami Ganga and then went to Trimanda, then many places there. Mallikarjuna Tirtha, Hovila Narasimha. He offered his respects to all the deities there, and he came to Siddhavata. He came to Siddhavata. In Siddhavata, there was this Rama Bhakta. And this Rama Bhakta, he was chanting Lord Ram's name. Ram, 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 Ram. Happily chanting, happily situated in the Ramanama. And here comes Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna. And so the visit at Siddhavata, the visit at this Brahmana's place who was a Rama Bhakta, when he invited, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went there and the Brahmana was singing, taking the name, doing the japa of Lord Ram, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was doing the japa, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, like that. And the night passed by and the Brahmana gave nice, he gave, he was a good host, and then he took care of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left from that place. And then he went to Trimata, Skanda Kshetra and Trimata. So he offered the respects to Devi there, and Skanda Kshetra, there he offered respects to Skanda and came back to Siddhavata. What happened when he came back to Siddhavata, to the same Brahman, the Rama Bhakta? He invited again to Mahaprabhu. And this is one thing, dear devotees. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he went from Jagannath Puri to Kanyakumari, and he head back in the same route. So whoever saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu going towards south, and then they saw him again as he came back to Jagannath Puri. Okay. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came back to Siddhavata, this Rama Bhakta, he invited Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he's singing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna. He's relishing Krishna mantra. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, oh dear Vipra, dear Brahmana, I remember you were doing the japa of Lord Ram, and I hear you. You are chanting the holy names of Krishna. What happened? And then this Brahmana says, Ramante yogino anyate satyanande chidatmani iti rama padenashu param brahma bhidiyate क्षीर्भूवाचकः शब्दो नश्च निवृत्तवाचकः तयोरैक्यं परं ब्रह्म Krishna iti abhidiyate. Oh dear Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I have known about the holy names since my childhood. I actually studied about the holy names. I do have Tattva Jnana about the Nama and different Namas. The Vishnu Nama, the Rama Nama, the Krishna Nama, I do have the Jnana. I know that Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Rama Nama Varanane. So Lord Shiva said this to Devi. He said, "O Devi, 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu is equal to one name of Lord Ram." That Lord Shiva said that. And Lord Rama is Ramayati. So the japa of the Nama of the Ram causes a jiva to relish the transcendence. And I also know about the tattva of the Nama of Krishna. Krishna means Na is Akarshana Shakti. Na is Ananda. Krish is Akarshana Shakti. So when one takes the name of Krishna, then one is soon very, very much attracted to the ecstatic nature of the supreme absolute truth. So that is Krishna. So I know that 3 names of Rama is equal to 1 name of Krishna. So I know that 1,000 names of Vishnu is equal to 1 name of Rama. 3 names of Rama is equal to 1 name of Krishna. So the Nama of Krishna stands up there. The rasa of the Nama of the Krishna is quite dense. There is Akarshana Shakti there. I know that. I know the tattva of all these Namas. But since I'm a Rama Bhakta and I was chanting the names of Lord Ram, I was caught up in the ecstasy. I was caught up in relishing the absolute truth. Ram is relishing the absolute truth. So I was caught up there. And I couldn't come to the Nama of Krishna. Though I know that Krishna has more, the Nama of Krishna has more to relish. But because of your influence, because I heard you chanting Krishna Nama, after I heard you chanting Krishna Nama without my knowledge, I am also chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It is by your mercy I got attracted to Nama of Krishna. Though I knew about the tattva of the Nama, I couldn't get attracted. Now I got attracted to the Nama of Krishna. So your Lord Krishna himself, and you got attracted me to your Nama, and I'm paying my pranams to you. So in this way, the Rama Bhakta, who was relishing the transcendence, is now getting irresistibly attracted to the absolute truth and relishing the ecstasy. So, dear devotees, about these namas, the Vishnu tattvas are the same. But when the absolute truth decides to relish specific rasa and to interact with specific rasa, in specific rasa with the chanter, based on that, the holy names are different, like Ram, Krishna, like that. So all of them are potent. All of them are Shuddha Sattva, in Shuddha Sattva. All of them are Vishnu Tattva. They're all potent, but the mellows are different. The mellow of Rama, the mellow of Bhagavan in Rama is different from the mellow of Bhagavan in Krishna, like that. So in this way, this Bhakta got attracted to the mellow of Krishna in Bhagavan. And then that's about the Krishna Nama. And next day, the Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he went to Vriddhakrashi and visited there the temple of Lord Shiva. And then after that, he continued his yatra and he clearly defeated the philosophy of Tarka, Nyaya, Mimamsa, Mayavadis, Sankhya, Patanjali, Smriti. Wow. You know those Shad Darshan, six system of philosophies, all of them were defeated one after the other. So all their philosophies, because though these practitioners are pretty strong and sound in their philosophies, all those philosophies are incomplete and defective. It is the philosophy of Achintya Bheda Tattva that is more complete, answering all the questions. So with that philosophy, Gauranga Mahaprabhu defeated the rest of the philosophies. So one incident, as we already heard, regarding the Buddhists. So he met these Buddhists, and he was the Buddhist was the head of the Buddhist monk. He was arguing with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and of course he got defeated, and they did not like it. And so then the night fell, so they had to depart, and meanwhile they plotted against Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They didn't like the idea of being defeated. So they plotted against Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So next day they brought the food, saying that it is Mahaprasad, but it was the untouchable food that was put in a plate and covered with a cloth, and is brought to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and was offered as Mahaprasad. And as that was being offered, this big eagle, big bird came, and it picked up that plate and then dropped all that food on those Buddhists, and dropped the plate, that metal plate, on the head of this Buddhist monk who actually plotted against Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Since it was a metal plate and it was sharp and hit the head of this Buddhist monk, he fell down unconscious. So all his disciples, they requested Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to please bring back their guru back to consciousness. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, simply shout Krishna, Hari in the ears of your guru, and then he will become conscious. So that's what the disciples say, did in the ear of their guru. They chanted loudly, Krishna, Hari, and then the monk, Buddhist monk, he woke up. Dear devotees. So in this pastime, two things. How these jivas, all of us, let them be Buddhists or anybody else, we actually wake up to our beautiful constitutional position of the part and parcel of the Lord. Dear loving Bhrityas of part and parcel of the Lord. We wake up to that beautiful reality just by the names of Krishna, Hari. Pretty potent, very potent. So that's one thing. The Nama is so potent. The Nama is just like brilliant sun, sun glowing. Just that the clouds are there. As the clouds go away, there we can see the sun shining so bright. Nama is so potent. So that's one thing. And second thing is, who is guru and who is disciple here? Huh? Who is waking up who? Yeah, even in our case also, yeah. Whoever is waking up, whether it is a so-called senior devotee or so-called junior devotee, so-called neophyte, whoever is waking up to Krishna is our guru. Is our guru. So upadhis are something. Upadhis, designations, they make these blocks for us. Even if they're trying to wake up, we don't see. If we are stuck with our designation, I am so and so. What so and so are you? That so and so is a blocker. So in bhakti, guru or sishya, sishya or guru, neophyte, so-called neophyte or so-called newcomer. Nothing like that. Whoever is waking up to Krishna are all our gurus. That's why our Vaishnava philosophy is everybody is our guru. And we are always a Sishya. That's a very safe place. Very safe place and very conducive to bhakti. Yeah. So that's why Vancha Kalpatarupyascha Kripa Sindhupyevacha. And they are like desire fulfilling trees, Vaishnavas. Why? They're giving us Krishna. They're waking up. They are waking us up to the fact that we are Krishnas, like that. So that is there. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes to Tirupati. From there, he continues. And then comes to Sri Ranga Kshetra. Sri Ranga Kshetra. So in the Sri Ranga Kshetra, there is this Brahmana. When he came to take darshan, Gauranga Mahaprabhu came to take darshan of Vittala, Ranganatha, Sri Ranganatha, he saw this Brahmana there. So this Brahmana, he was reading Bhagavad Gita, but his pronunciation was not good. The shloka, recitation of the shlokas, they were not proper. This Brahmana. And so clearly it looked like he did not know how to read the verses, how to recite the verses. But this Brahmana, he was reciting. He was reciting. Man, mana, mad bhakta, mad yaji, mam, namaskuru, mami, vaishyasi, satyam te. And I don't know if he recited the rest of it or not, but tears were flowing. down his cheeks. And mm, he was clearly relishing the subject matter. Who is the subject matter of Bhagavad Gita? The Bhagavan himself. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw this. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw this, that Brahmana, unable to recite those verses, the Sanskrit verses well, but he's really relishing the subject matter. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went and asked, "O Vipra, O Brahmana, um, why are you so happy reading this book?" Then he says, um, "Oh, oh Gosai, my guru said that I should read whole Bhagavad Gita, recite all the 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita every day. But my education is not that great. I nevertheless want to do it, and I'm doing it every day because my guru said so." Number one. Though I do not know everything about Bhagavad Gita, though I do not know what each verse may mean, though I cannot recite, the very fact that the Lord has become the servant of the devotee, it just moves. It just moves me. And then I can't think of Bhagavan and shed the tears. I can't stop myself thinking of Bhagavan and shed tears. How dayalu is Bhagavan, that has become the servant of his devotee. Just this thought itself brings tears to my eyes, and though I cannot understand, I am just mm, blown away by the mercy of the Lord. He says like that. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, "Wonderful, wonderful. You got the real import of Bhagavad Gita. The subject matter of the Bhagavad Gita and the object of Bhagavad Gita. You have attained the object of Bhagavad Gita." Who is the object of Bhagavad Gita? Lord Shri Krishna. You have attained Lord Shri Krishna. That's why you are able to relish the guna of the Lord. So you are the blessed one, says Gauranga Mahaprabhu. This is perfect. Perfect way of getting the import of Bhagavad Gita. Like that. So, dear devotees, this Brahmana, he is not educated. The only reason he was reciting all the 18 chapters every day is because his guru said so. That's one thing. And second thing is, he knows that he's very insufficient. He has no enough education, pronunciation, nothing to recite the Sanskrit verses of Gita in the temple room, in the presence of all those scholars, Sanskrit scholars in the temple room. He knows that he's very deficient. That was not a stopper for his service. Not only that, everybody around were laughing at him, laughing at his pronunciation. That wasn't a showstopper too, to continue serving for this Brahmana. So the propelling force for this Brahmana to do this is he's doing this as a seva. He was reciting the verses as a seva for his guru. The key point in bhakti. Did he really know the tattva? Did he really learn about all the tattvas? All the tattvas, what is the purpose of all these tattvas? Yeah, the Bhagavad Tattva, the Nama Tattva, Jiva Tattva, Guru Tattva, all this, what's the purpose? To understand our position, how vulnerable we are, how dependent we are on Guru and Krishna. Once we wake up to the reality, alas, I am actually dependent on Guru and Krishna, I am actually dependent on mercy. Then the purpose of knowing the Tattva is served. So this Brahmana did not needed any Tattva because he was woke up to the reality of my Guru wanted me to do this seva, and I will do it. So he submitted himself to the instruction of Guru totally. Tattva is meant to bring us to this point of submission to Guru totally. Then Bhagavan will give himself to the bhakta. Isn't bhakti so simple? Like this Brahmana is showing. So this is Guru Nishtha. My Guru said so. That's all. And, when this Brahmana is reciting, when everybody else is making fun of him, Brahmana did not retaliate back. He did not fall into argument with them, or he did not try to defend himself or offend anybody, nothing. This Brahmana had nothing to do with anybody's mocking or reactions. He is Yekena Kurunandana. He is very much focused in serving his Guru's instruction. That is Guru Nishtha. Steadiness in implementing the instruction of Guru with great faith. That intrinsically has Jivadaya. See, this Brahmana did not get into argument. He was not angry when they were name calling him. Did not get into argument. So externally, he did not have any fight with them. So, but how about internally? Was he resenting their behavior? Was he angry about them? Or was he really affected by their behavior? Nothing. So this is beyond kindness. Yeah. So in this way, Guru Nishtha intrinsically has Jivadaya. That's when it is called Guru Nishtha. In the name of, I am doing the service of my Guru, I'm serving. So you should listen to what I say. I am doing the service. So you should listen to what I say. And having that kind of pride and compelling others, and in the name of service to Guru, offending others, not being sensitive to others, that is all Rajoguna. So when we are offending others in the name of service to Guru, then that is Guru Bhogi. Bhogi is enjoying tendency. Guru might have given you instruction, and you might want to, you want to do the service that Guru has instructed you. But you are using the name of Guru and you are using the name of service and offending others and attracting the attention onto you to prove yourself that everybody should listen to you. And you want to make it a big success, so you are known as a good devotee. You know this mentality of bhogi? Yeah. So when somebody uses Guru's instruction with a mentality to enjoy, yeah, and in the process hurt others, then that is called Guru Bhogi. So Guru Bhogi does not have Jivadaya. Guru Nishtha has Jivadaya. So that's the difference. Yep. Like that. So when there is Guru Nishtha, Jivadaya will be there. Because of the Guru Nishtha, Bhagavad Darshan happens. Like in this case of this illiterate Brahmana, but enlightened Brahmana. That's dear devotees. This is the crux of bhakti. So, and next is Venkata. Same Sriranga Kshetra. By this time Chaturmasya came, so Venkat has invited Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to please come stay at his place for the 4 months of Chaturmasya. And then our Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, agreed. And they became close, like friends, Venkat and Lord Chaitanya. So one day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asking Venkat Venkatapata is worshipping Sri Lakshmi Narayana because he belongs to Sri Sampradaya. So, Lakshmi Narayana. Then, one day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, "Oh, dear Venkatapata, I have a question for you. Have you heard that Lakshmi Devi wanted to enter into Rasa Lila to dance with Krishna? Um, what do you want to say about that? That your Lakshmi Devi wanted to enter into Rasa dance to dance with my Lord Krishna?" Then Venkatapata says, Siddhanta abhedepi Shrisha Krishna Swarupayom Rasenu Krutosyete Krishna Rupam Yesha Rasastitihi Siddhantastva Abhede Api Shrisa Krishna Swarupayom. According to Siddhanta, according to Tattva, there is no difference between Vishnu and Krishna. So, what wrong is there if Lakshmi Devi wants to be with Vishnu or Krishna? Because they're the same. The Tattva is the same, says Venkatapatya. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I am not saying that there is something wrong. My question is something different. Venkatapata, Lakshmi Devi wanted to enter into the Rasa dance. But she was not able to enter. And why? Wow. Then Venkatapata says, Ami jiva kshudra buddhi sahaje astira Ishwarera lila koti samudra gambhira Tumi sakshat sei Krishna jana nija karma Yare jana sei jane tomara lila marma. What can I answer, huh? This is too big of a question for me. I'm a kshudra buddhi. My intelligence is very small. Sahaja astira, and it is not even steady. And how can I understand this Ishwara Lila, which is Koti Samudra Gambira there? These Leelas are pretty deep. You are Sakshat Krishna, so you have to please explain me. Explain that to me, says Venkatapata. Then Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he explains one after the other. He says, see, even the Shrutis, they became gopis. They are called Shrutichari gopis. In order to enter the Rasa Leela of Krishna, first of all, Rasa Leela is performed. Though Lord Vishnu and Krishna are the same in terms of tattva, Rasa Leela is performed only by Krishna. And it is so attractive that even the Vedas, Shrutis, they have transformed into gopis and became Shrutichari gopis, and they entered into the Rasa Leela. But Lakshmi Devi could not. She could not enter into the Rasa Leela. Why like that? Because she could not enter into the footsteps of gopis. Gopis means, Vrajvasis means, they don't know that Krishna is Bhagavan. So that's first thing. But all the Vrajavasis, they don't know Krishna is Bhagavan. Second thing, gopis, for gopis, Krishna is not their husband. Lakshmi Devi was not ready to give up these two things. Lakshmi Devi knows Lord Narayana as the Bhagavan. He is the Vaikunthanatha. And the second thing, she can't even think or imagine that she can be with somebody who is not her husband. That Ahaituki Seva, there is no reason, there is no upadhi. No, Lakshmi Devi could not process that. So, if somebody has to enter into Rasa Leela, they have to become this Ahaituki, no upadhi. Even the Dwarka queens cannot enter into Rasa Leela. Because it is for the devotees whose Devotion is so dense and it can flow so much even without upadhi. Upadhi is, a relationship, a designation. Love flowing towards husband is heard. It can happen because their husband's wife can do that. But gopis, devotion is not like that. So that's what Gauranga Mahaprabhu said. Lakshmi Devi could not enter the Ras Leela because of these two things. She could not walk in the footstep of gopis. So that is the reason. And these gopis, Lakshmi Devi got attracted to Krishna, but gopis did not get attracted to Narayana. See how Krishna is so superior than Narayana. Yes, as you said, the tattva is the same, Venkatapata. Vishnu and Krishna, they are the same in tattva. But look at the Lord, Krishna. How everybody gets attracted to be with him. Even your Lakshmi Devi, your worshipable deity. But gopis didn't get attracted to your Lord Vishnu. Your Lakshmi Devi got attracted to my Lord Krishna. And after that he says, the fact is that Krishnastu Swayam Bhagavan. Ete chamsha kalah pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mridayante Yuke Yuke. That's the second point. Because Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. He is the source. And Krishna is very distinguished by these four qualities. Though Narayana and Krishna are the Vishnu Tattvas, Lord Krishna is more attractive because of his Lila Madhuri, Prema Madhuri, Rupa Madhuri, Venu Madhuri. So this is why he is Krishna. Kr is very impelling, attractive, especially because of these four qualities. Na, great ecstasy. These are the reasons why Krishna is Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam and why he is more attractive that even Lakshmi Devi got attracted. He says all this and then after that he also says, see Venkatapetta, yes, I know I kind of proved how Krishna is the supreme, but when it comes to the worshipable deities, we cannot really compare these transcendental personalities. It's not that Krishna is great and Vishnu is not great. It's not necessarily like that. We don't really compare these transcendental personalities. Whatever Bhakta's heart is, then Bhagavan manifests accordingly. So all is well. He says that also to Venkatapatya. And in this way, the Lord places the tattva and all the details of the tattva very nicely, very firmly, but at the same time very gentle and sensitive to the feelings of others, and says, this is fine. We don't do the comparison like that. Then it can be offensive. So we don't fall into the trap of offending that somebody is superior than somebody like that. He says that also. So when we are understanding or presenting dear devotees, for somebody to actually become a devotee is itself is wonderful, auspicious. And when we have to give some details about Bhagavan or details in the text, then we just see how much they are receptive, and it doesn't have to be presented in an argumentative way, in a point that is to be proven, but we just place the facts that are present in the Shastra in a sensitive way, like that, especially when they are also devotees and when they have Ishtadeva. So that is something to keep in mind. But anyway, Venkatapata Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there for 4 months, and of course, Venkat Bhatta, he got attracted to Krishna Bhakti Rasa so much. And of course, all the Tattva was also presented. So, Venkat Bhatta got transformed. Transformation happens. Transformation happens. There is no forced conversions here. Transformation is because of their relishment of the rasa. So that's what happened to Venkat Bhatta also. He became a Krishna Bhakta, relishing Krishna Bhakti rasa. And then in this way, after Chaturmasya, the Lord left the place of Venkat Bhatta, and as usual, as the Lord was leaving, Venkat Bhatta fell unconscious. Unconscious. This is one time we are hearing. After Gauranga Mahaprabhu started South India Yatra, at the very beginning, Nityananda Ram, Jagadananda, Mukunda, they felt unconscious at Allarnath. And now we are hearing. So, yeah, Chaturmasya is over and the Lord moved from Sri Ranganatha to Rishabha Hill. Here he met Paramananda Puri. Paramananda Puri is the disciple of Madhavendra Puri. So they spent some days together ecstatically discussing Krishna Katha, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requested Paramananda Puri to please come to Jagannath Puri. He said he will complete the Dakshin Desh Yatra and come to Jagannath Puri, and he will look forward to meet Paramananda Puri there. And after that, Gauranga Mahaprabhu went to Sri Shaila. There he met this Brahmana couple who are actually Lord Shiva and Parvati. In this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met them and then moved to Madurai. Came to Madurai, Kamakoshti Puri, and at Madurai, Ramadasa Vipra, he invited for lunch. He invited Gauranga Mahaprabhu for lunch. Ramadasa Vipra is a great devotee of Lord Ram. So, dear devotees, he invited Mahaprabhu, but he was really lost in his meditative thoughts. He wasn't very happy. It was time for to cook lunch and to honor lunch, but he wasn't cooking too. And Gauranga Mahaprabhu asked, "Oh Vipra, Ramadas Vipra, you look very sorrowful, and you haven't cooked anything. What is the reason, please?" And he says, "Of course, I'm actually waiting for Lakshmana to bring the roots." The roots and vegetables and fruits from the forest, so Sita Devi can start cooking. Oh, then just by those words, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to know this is Raga Bhakti. Raga Bhakti is, dear devotees, this is how natural it is for him, the Ramadasa Vipra. He is oblivious. Raga Bhakti is they're oblivious, very naturally oblivious to their body, to their bodily needs also. They forget that they are hungry. The Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya are completely absent. First one. If we have to know if that is a Raga Bhakti or not, the whole package deal, the mind dirt is absent. And the second thing is they're oblivious to the surroundings, oblivious to the needs of their body, because they are very much absorbed in the thoughts of their Ishtadeva. They are very much attached. They have this raga. Raga means attachment to their Ishtadeva. Like that. Yeah, that is Raga Bhakti. It's not that it can be imitated. How much can one imitate with all these dirts of mind? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. How much can one imitate that they have Raga Bhakti? This qualifies right there. When somebody has any of that mental dirt. So Mahaprabhu understands, oh, here is Raga Bhakta. He's waiting for Lakshmana. So, but he waits for some time and somehow just manages to cook something because he has a guest. Yeah. Gauranga Mahaprabhu is there, and then he feeds the guest around 3 o'clock. It gets late, but he's really sorrowful. Then Gauranga Mahaprabhu asks, "Why are you so sorrowful?" Then he says, "It is trouble. It troubles me to even think that Ravana has touched Mother Sita. How can he kidnap my Mother Sita? How can he even touch Mother Sita? He's a demon. Just the thought itself troubles me, burns my body. And my prana is leaving my body, but my body burns." He's tormented by this thought. And then Gauranga Mahaprabhu says, "Oh, please do not be disturbed so much. Aprakrita vastu nahi, prakrita gochara, Veda Purane tiye kahe nirantara." All the Vedas and Puranas say, always say, aprakrita vastu nahe prakrita gochara. The spiritual unmanifested things cannot be touched by anything material. So a material thing, even a thought born of material thing called mind, cannot touch the spiritual aspects. So nothing material can touch spiritual. Even material conception cannot touch the spiritual conception. What to speak of Ravana touching Sita Devi? Not even a thought, a born of the mind can touch spirituality, enter into the spiritual realm. Not even a thought can enter into the spiritual realm. How can Ravana, fully materialistic, touch Mother Sita? It doesn't happen. So you please don't be disturbed, says that to Ramadasa Vipra, and tries to pacify him, and then goes from there. He goes to Durvasana, and there he has darshan of Lord Ram, and after that to Mahendra Shaila Hill. There he meets Lord Parshurama there, and then he goes to Setubandha. Setubandha, there he visits Rameshwara temple, visits Dhanus Tirtha and Rameshwara temple, and there Gauranga Mahaprabhu listens to Kurma Purana. Kurma Purana was being recited there from the original manuscript. And in this Kurma Purana, it is explained that Mother Sita, when Ravana comes to kidnap Mother Sita, then Mother Sita is safely taken and protected by fire god. And the fire god presents Maya Sita to Ravana. So in this way, Mother Sita is untouched by Ravana in the first place. She is in the protection of fire god, since Ravana came to kidnap her. And the very same Mother Sita, when there is this Agni Pariksha, the test to enter into the fire, after Lord Ram kills Ravana, during that time, when this Agni Pariksha is there, that's when Mother Sita, who was protected by fire god, walks out of the fire. So original Mother Sita, she walks out of the fire as the Maya Sita that resided in Lanka enters into the fire. So in this way, Mother Sita, original Mother Sita, she was never touched by Ravana, but was in the protection by the fire god. So when this is this was present in Kurma Purana. So this Kurma Purana, original manuscript of Kurma Purana, Gauranga Mahaprabhu brought that and gave it to Ramadas Vipra. A copy was made and left at that place, Rameshwara temple, at Dhanus Tirtha. But the original script was brought and presented to this Ramadas Vipra. How Chaitanya Mahaprabhu He saw how deep the devotion was. Ramdas Vipraka. Itna deep devotee hai. Even if I say, I have heard in Kurma Purana that this is the case, I don't know if he's going to believe or not. But if he see this original script, which is almost falling apart because it is so old, then to his depth of devotion, he needs this kind of evidence. Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So he brought that and showed to this Ramdas Vipra, and he was so relieved and jubilant and happy. And he wanted to throw a festival. He says, "Oh, your Lord Ram himself walking and pacifying me, you relieved me from this suffering, tormenting thought. So now I want to really cook feast for you. The other day I just gathered some stuff and I cooked something and I fed you, but today I really want to cook very nicely for you." Like that, Ramdas Vipra cooks and feeds Gauranga Mahaprabhu happily. So that is about the Kurma Purana from Rameshwara temple and giving that to Ramadas Vipra in Madurai. Yeah. So on his way back to Jagannath Puri, when he visited Madurai, he gave this to Ramdas Vipra, like that. So, and then this is the list, dear devotees, all these places Gauranga Mahaprabhu went to each place, Pandya Desa, Gajendra Mokshana, Chamatpura, Sri Vaikunta, Malaya Parvata, Amlitala, Mallara Desha. He came to this place. It's a tribal community. And those tribes are called Bhattaharis. Those Bhattaharis are interesting sannyasis. I don't know how they are called even sannyasis. But so the tribal people, and those sannyasis, they're pseudo sannyasis, let's call so. So their technique is to allure everybody through women and bring them into their community under their custody. That is what those sannyasis are doing, the Bhattahari sannyasis. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to this place, Mallar Desa, then Kala Krishna Dasa, he felt prey to this allurement by the women sent by these Bhattaharis. And so one morning, this Krishnadas, Kala Krishnadasa, he was not seen, and Gauranga Mahaprabhu was searching for him. And then he finds that he's gone to this Bhattaharis. And we know the pastime how Gauranga Mahaprabhu tells him. He says, "I am a sannyasi and you're also sannyasi. Why are you troubling the other sannyasi by taking my disciple? How is this? How is this fair?" That good logical talk was not enough for them. They were coming with the weapons to hurt Mahaprabhu. And of course, what happened? All those weapons turned towards them and they killed the Bhattaharis, many Bhattaharis. Seeing this, the rest of the Bhattaharis, they were panicked and they were escaping. A big chaos was there. And in the midst of all this, Gauranga Mahaprabhu caught hold the hair of Kala Krishnadasa, and then dragged him out of that chaos. And then from there, they continued the journey. So here, dear devotees, Srila Prabhupada mentions in the purport, even when one is with with the Lord, with Bhagwan, it is possible that one may fall prey to Maya, sense gratification. Senses of the body and the biggest sense mind, the gratification, the enjoying tendency. The enjoying tendency can capture the jiva anytime. Then for how long do we have to be vigilant with this rakshasi called sense gratification? For how long is this enjoying tendency with the jiva? As long as we are in this body. because this is the network of senses. The senses of the body and the biggest sense mind is then there. So we are in the network. Somehow we are staying untouched because of the grace of Bhagavan, Bhagavatas and Bhaktas. We are staying untouched, though we are in the midst of that network. But we have to keep in mind that this Maya is pretty powerful, and one can succumb to enjoying tendency anytime. So it's not that we have to lose sleep over this, but always taking humble position and serving. Yeah, by always taking humble position and serving, then one can save from oneself from the enjoying tendency. Because the antidote of enjoying tendency is servitude. Yeah. So that is how we can escape from the enjoying tendency, the gratificatory tendency, by servitude. Humbly serving. That the service is our rescue. Like that. So, and then, okay. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu grabbed Krishnadasa by hair, took him away, and they arrived at the bank of Payasvini river. And after that, at the bank of river Payasvini, there is Adikeshwar temple and a copy of Brahma Samhita. Gauranga Mahaprabhu found that. He was very jubilant. Because in Brahma Samhita, the glories of Bhagavan, about the material world, about the spiritual world, everything is in one place. Starting from Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. And how is that Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam is all explained in Brahma Samhita. Starting from the spiritual realm till the material realm, about the jivas and how the jivas can go back to the spiritual realm by bhakti. Yam kama krodha pranayati. With kama, krodha, pranaya, sahajati, piti. Vatsalya gaura, gurudev. Vatsalya gaura. With all this, any of those emotions, if when they are Vatsalya, Guru Gaurava Sevya Bhavai, Sanchintya Tat Tanuma Purete, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bachami. So, how a jiva can again enter into the spiritual realm, go to Bhagwan by intense attachment to Bhagwan in any of the emotions, like that. The Brahma Samhita says it all. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu was very happy that he found this. He made a copy of it and brought it with him. Remember, he had this is Brahma Samhita copy. Okay. And then after that, he went to Ananta Padmanabha, Sri Janardana temple, and Shringeri Mata, Matsya Tirtha, and Udupi. He came to Udupi. There are Tattvavadis in Udupi. Tattvavadis are really staunch Tattva. Tattvavadi Vaishnavas, they are Madhva Sampradaya. Right? So when Gauranga Mahaprabhu entered to take darshan of this dancing Krishna in the Udupi temple, all of them thought, oh, here is the Mayavadi coming to take darshan of our Krishna. So they did not receive him very well. Mayavadi Vaishnava. You know, when the devotees come to take darshan of the Lord, dear devotees, by their namam on the forehead, we can say how they are looking at the deities. What is their understanding about the deities? So when a Mayavadi comes and looks at, our deities, Shri Radha Krishna deities in the Gaudiya Sampradaya, when a Mayavadi, they don't take darshan of the deities, they look at the deities. They really look at the deities. They think, I am seeing. This is Brahman standing there. And there is a form attached to this Brahman. I am also Brahman, and I will continue to look at this Brahman until I become that Brahman. There's no question of darshan there. So that's Mayavadi. That's how they look at the, it's not deity for them. It is Vigraha. It is Vigraha. So like that. So that's why these Tattvavadis, they are Vaishnavas. And that's why they thought, okay, he's Mayavadi and did not respect much. But the emotions that are flowing from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were pretty evident that he is a very Vaishnava sannyasi. And when they saw that he is a Vaishnava sannyasi, then they all welcomed him. And then, but Gauranga Mahaprabhu saw that they're pretty puffed up. They are very proud because they're thinking we have all the Vaishnava Tattva with us. Mahaprabhu thought it's not very good for them to have that kind of pride. So Mahaprabhu, he asks the head of those Tattvavadis, you are so, you know how Mahaprabhu asks the questions. You are such a staunch Tattvavadis, and I would like to know from you, please, what is the highest goal in human life and how to attain that, please? And then the Acharya in that Tattvavadis, he says, Varnashrama activities is the way to attain the highest goal, which is moksha. There are 5 kinds of mokshas, liberations. So, by performing Varnashrama Dharma, one can attain any kind of moksha they want. Sashti, Sarupya, Salokya, Samipya. Sarupya. Sashti is, first is Sayujya. Yeah, Sayujya, merging into Brahman. Sarshti, second one, is having the same opulences. Then Salokya is residing in the same loka of Bhagavan. Then Sarupya, having the same rupa of Bhagavan. And Samipya, staying very close to Bhagavan, offering personal service. Not everybody who is in Salokya, in the Vaikuntha planet, has the fortune of serving closely to Bhagavan. Only Samipya people can, the devotees can do that. So these 5 kinds of liberations, they are, so they are the topmost goals, and the way to attain them is perform Varnashrama Dharma. Perform. That's by Tattvavadis. And Gauranga Mahaprabhu says, Shravana Kirtana Haite Krishna Haya Prema Seyi Panchama Purushartha Purusharte Rasima Karma Ninda Karma Tyaga Sarva Shastre Kahe Karma Haite Prema Bhakti Krishna Ka Buna Hai. What are you speaking? Huh? How can Varnashrama Dharma be the way? First of all, how can liberation be the highest goal? Shravana Kirtana Haite Krishna Haya Prema, say Panchama Purushartha, Purusharthera Sima. The highest goal is the Panchama Purushartha. Krishna Prema. That is the very Sima, that is the very limit of perfection. So the goal is the love of Godhead. And the way to achieve that goal is Shravana and Kirtana of Krishna. By hearing about Krishna, by thinking about Krishna, by glorifying Krishna, there arises the love for Krishna. So, the topmost goal is Panchama Purushartha Krishna Prema, and the way to attain that is Shravana and Kirtana for the Smarana, says Mahaprabhu. And what did you just say? You said Vaishnava, Varnashrama Dharma? perform karma? What are you saying? You are all so proud that you have this staunch tattva with you. But karma ninda, karma tyaga, sarva shastra kahe. You think you have all the tattva sara with you. But what are all shastras saying? They are doing the ninda of karma. They are blaming the karma and they're saying just get rid of the karma. Karma haite prema bhakti, Krishna kabuna hai. If you are attached so much to karma, how can there be prema for Krishna? So sarva dharman parityajya. All the karma has to be discarded. And then says, it is for only those who hasn't developed the taste for Shravana and Kirtana about Bhagavan. For them this karma is given. But for those who has this great attachment to hear about Krishna, to think of Krishna, to glorify Krishna, then for them, just with those limbs of bhakti, then they can attain Krishna prema, says Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Dear devotees, here we are in bhakti, right? So we are also doing Shravanam, Kirtanam, we are hearing about Krishna. You know, when there is Shravanam and when there is Kirtana, Shravana of the Nama or Kirtana of the Nama, when it is deep enough, when our Shravanam is so deep and when the attachment for the Nama is so deep, it causes Smaranam in us. Smaranam is deep meditation. For somebody to have the deep meditation in Krishna, it means they have detachment to everything outside. Deep meditation, deep smarana of Krishna means great attachment to the Lord through the Nama. For that to happen, there should be great detachment to this material world. It means, as we just heard, there is no place for kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya there. As long as these dirts are present in the mind, these are the factors that attach us to the material world. Then where can be raga for Krishna? When there is this great attachment to the material world through kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, where is the attachment to Krishna? That's why even though we are doing the Shravanam, even though we are hearing about Krishna, even though we are taking the name of Krishna, because of these attachments that we have, the dirt we have in the mind, which is causing attachment to things around, our taste for Shravana or Nama is not that great because of this dirt. That's why to get rid of this dirt, for us, the service factor is stressed very much. This dirt of mind, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, masara, is all because of the passion, a mix of ignorance and greatly passion. In order to wash off this passion, we have to serve, move, do action for the Lord. In order to get rid of the passion, do action for the Lord. That is to save us from the passion, the seva. So as our passion is being pacified gradually, our attachment to the Nama also increases and our Shravana also deepens. And when we hear something about Bhakti or Krishna, the implementation also happens easily and quickly as this passion element comes down within us. So in order to counteract this passion element, there has to be seva to bring down this passion. So the Shravana and Nama can enter into us and get attached to the Lord like that. So so in this way, by establishing Krishna Prema as the highest goal and Shravana and Kirtana as the way to attain the highest goal, and by defeating the point that one has to have karma to get liberation. In this way, Gauranga Mahaprabhu has defeated Tattvavadis, and he broke their pride into pieces, says Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Like that. And then the yatra continues. We are getting close to Jagannath Puri now. Palgutirtha, Gokarna, Dvaipayani, and then Pandarapura. Okay. The purpose of South India Yatra. External purpose. We remember that? Search for Vishwarupa. That was the external reason, right? So when the Lord came to Pandarapura, there he met Sri Rangapuri. He's also a disciple of Ishwarapuri. The meeting was described. It was very beautiful. So when the Lord came to Pandaripura, he heard that Sri Rangapuri was also in one of the Brahmana's house. So he went there to meet Sri Rangapuri, pays obeisances, respects. And just by looking at Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Sri Rangapuri thought, oh, this is, I see Madhavendra Puri's mercy from this sannyasi, and he embraces. Both of them embrace and both of them talk about Krishna. Lord Chaitanya, Gauranga Mahaprabhu did not even reveal his identity yet. But just by looking at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he could see the mercy of Madhavendra Puri is there. Dear devotees. You know, most of the times, the devotees identify us through our Gurudevas, actually. This especially happens with the senior devotees. When they look at us, they don't really look at us. They actually look at us, our Pujya Gurudeva. Because we carry them. We carry them in our heart, in our mood, in our seva, like that. That is a blessed existence, that we are identified by our identity is our Gurujana. Like that, you know. The mood of the Guru is pretty evident in the disciple. So, actually that should be our position. It is very wonderful. It means I and me is dissolving. And Guru and Krishna is pretty evident within us. That is very wonderful. So, okay, Sri Rangapuri, he says, after embracing and having Krishna Katha for some time, then he asks, where are you from? Then he says, I am from Navadvipa. And then Sri Rangapuri says, oh yeah, Navadvipa? I actually went with my Guru Madhavendra Puri there one time. And you know, at that place, we went to this place of this great pious person, great Vaishnava Jagannath Mishra, and his wife Sachi Devi was there, and Sachi Mata cooked so well, and that banana sabji, the banana flower sabji was so good. And you know what? They had a son, Shankararanya, and he took sannyasa. He was worthy of taking sannyasa, and I heard that Shankararanya became sannyasa and left his house. Says Sri Rangapuri. And that's when Lord Chaitanya says, in my previous ashram, Jagannath Mishra was my father, Shankararanya was my brother, and I'm in search of that Shankararanya now. And then, of course, the news that Shankararanya perfected his life and he left this body at Pandaripura, that news is given. But that's the interaction, that's the meeting of these two Mahajanas. So Sri Rangapuri left Dwarka. Lord Chaitanya remained in Pandaripura for some more time and then headed towards Krishna Vevna river. There he found Krishna Karnamrita by Bilmangal Thakur. He brought this Krishna Karnamrita and the Brahma Samhita that he found. Those two copies, who does he want to give? He traveled all these places, Panchavati, Kushavrata, Sapta Godavari, and Vidyanagara. Who is there in Vidyanagara? Raya Ramananda. So, Lord Gauranga came back to Raya Ramananda. He gave these 2 copies of of course, the meeting again. He's very jubilant. And he hands over this Brahma Samhita, copy of Brahma Samhita, Krishna Karnamrita to Rai Ramananda and says, okay, Rai Ramananda, let's go. I'm here to take you to Jagannath Puri. And then Rai Ramananda says, yes, my lord, I've already applied. I put a petition to the king that I have to get rid of all these responsibilities and come to Jagannath Puri. And I am in the process, my lord. Yes, I will let you go ahead, because if I accompany you, there will be noise of all these soldiers and elephants. I don't want you to be disturbed with all these things. You please go ahead to Puri, my lord, and I am going to follow you very soon after I settle down these things here quickly. In this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came back to Alarnath, and then sent Kalakrishna Das to let Nityananda Ram and all his associates, the Sarvam Bhattacharya and everybody, know that he is back. Kalakrishna Das went there and happily announced, Lord is back here again. And all of them, they came running, and the Lord met them all. And Sarvam Bhattacharya took Gauranga, dear Lord, to his place and massaged his legs and then said, oh Lord, please stay here overnight. Actually, all of them, before going to Sarvam Bhattacharya, all of them came, they embraced the Lord, and all of them went to Jagannath's darshan. After having Jagannath's darshan and blessings, then Sarvam Bhattacharya brought Gauranga Mahaprabhu to his place, and he fed him sumptuously, Jagannath Prasad. And in the night, the Lord was saying everything about South India Yatra, and he said, Sarvam Bhattacharya, the trip was very wonderful. And during this Dakshin Desh Yatra, you are a very wonderful, dear associate of mine, and it is difficult to tolerate separation from you. But Raya Ramananda is awesome, says Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What he said was, I haven't met such a great devotee as you, Sarvam Bhattacharya, but Raya Ramananda is something. Sarvam understands that the Lord really, loved to be with Raya Ramananda, hearing the Krishna Katha. So he also very wonderfully accepts the very loving exchange of Raya Ramananda and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So these associates of the Lord, they're free of Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, blah, blah, blah. So all their dealings are, there is no mala there. There is no dirt there. It's very beautiful. They cherish each others. They cherish others' reciprocations with the Lord. They cherish the fortune of others. It's very wonderful. That's all, dear devotees. The Lord is back in Jagannath Puri. So, what did we hear today? And of course, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, I, Krishnadasa Kaviraja, holding the lotus feet of Sri Rupa Sanatana and all the Goswamis, continue to recite Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So those words of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami are there. All right. So that's all, dear devotees. What did we hear? The whole South India Yatra, starting from after Rai Ramananda. Yeah, the whole Yatra, so many places. But the first one was, we heard about the important ones. First thing what we heard was about this. How, yeah, the Krishna Rasa Aswadana was so big, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, so as his presentation of the Tattva philosophy also. That's why everybody were transformed to Vaishnavas, the Krishna Bhaktas. That's one point. And second thing was, actually, I wanted to mention the devotees. One of the pastimes was on the Lord embraces these palm trees in Dandakaranya forest in separation from the Lord. So all these palms, 7 palm trees that, on which Lord Ram, arrows of Lord Ram went through the 7 palm trees in Dandakaranya. So they were just standing there. They were old and standing there. But when Mahaprabhu embraced these palm trees, they returned to Vaikuntha Loka. And they disappeared. Those palm trees are not there anymore. That's one of the pastimes too. Yeah. So we heard about, how the nama, the tattva behind each nama, and each nama has a specific mellow, and the mellow of Krishna nama is unstoppably attractive and very ecstatic. That, and after that, who is guru, who is a disciple, who is a neophyte, who is a advanced? There's nothing like that. Whoever awakens the Lord in the heart, whoever gives us Krishna is Guru. So for Vaishnavas, everybody is a Guru. And how the Nama of the Lord, Krishna and Hari, wakes us up to our beautiful reality with the Lord. And next one was about this fortunate, illiterate South India Brahmin. The Guru Nishta intrinsically has Jivadaya, Guru Bhogi. So the difference between Guru Nishta and Guru Bhogi, that we have heard. And how Guru Nishta gives Bhagavad Darshana, intrinsically has Jivadaya and gives Bhagavad Darshana. Yeah. Next, about how Krishna is Krishna, very all attractive, and the 4 qualities of Krishna that are exclusively present Krishna that we have heard. And why Lakshmi Devi could not enter into the Rasa dance, because she could not follow the footsteps of gopis, that we have heard. And here we heard that everyone has their own Ishtadeva. So when we are presenting our bhakti, then we have to be sensitive to them also when we are presenting about that different manifestations of the Lord. Next, aprakata vastu. Yeah, here Ravana could not touch Mother Sita. Anything material cannot touch spiritual. Even the Harinam is spiritual. What can the mind touch? What can the tongue touch? Ata Shri Krishna Namati Nabhavit Grahyam Indriya Sevanmukhi Jihvadav Swayameva Spuratyada. It's only with the mood of servitude the spiritual substance descends into us. The only way one can have spiritual substances, it has to descend into us. It's not that we can attain them. We cannot even touch them. We cannot touch or comprehend anything spiritual. But with the servitude, then the spiritual substance will enter into us. That's why the mood of servitude is a key factor in japa. Mm. And then after that, Kurma Purana, that we have heard, Mother Sita, yeah, the same thing. And Bhattaharis, yeah, how the enjoying tendency can creep in any time. So the antidote of enjoying tendency is servitude, that we have heard. Then the Tattvavadis, how the Lord defeated the Tattvavadis. How the topmost goal is the Krishna Prema, and that is by Shravana, Kirtana, which causes Smarna. And this is how the love of Godhead is rises in the heart. But in order to burn the passion, purify the passion, we offer that, all that as service to Krishna. So we continue the service on one side, and on the other side, we continue to hear about Bhagavan and take the Nama. Yeah. Like that. Yeah. Madhavinda Puri, Shankara. Yeah, here. So our identity is our Gurudeva. Their mood and their great attachment to Bhagavan. That's our identity. Isn't that a wonderful identity that we have heard? And then back to Rai Ramananda. Brahma Samhita is given, and also Krishna Karnamrita is given. That's all, dear devotees. Hari, 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 Hari. Thank you all so very much for your association. Anything quick from your side? Jagityani, I see. Is that a new devotee or Jagityani? Whoever it is, dear devotees, that welcome to you too, please. Yes. Yeah. Are you new to